Okay, so I want to teach you a few things about ratios and proportions, section 3.6 here. Okay, first of all, what's a ratio? A ratio is a comparison of two numbers. It's usually written at one of these three ways: 1 to 3, 1 to 3 with a colon, and then 1 over 3 as well. A proportion is when you take two ratios and you set them equal to each other. So the 6/8 equals the 3/4. That's one ratio equal to another ratio. Okay. Example 1, determine whether the two ratios actually form a proportion. Again, the proportion is when you have one ratio that's exactly equal to another. So the way you can do this is you can just cross multiply. So if you cross multiply and you find out that they're exactly the same, then we would say that they are the same exact ratio. So we cross multiply and we see that the left side is 120 and the right side is 120 as well. And so we would say these are actually the same fraction. 4/5 is the same thing as 24 over 30. They have, 6's in common? So you can take out 4 6's out of that top of the 24, and then you can take out 5 6's out of the bottom. So definitely the same. Okay, next thing I want to show you is if you had a map. Try to picture this. If you actually had a map and you wanted to try to figure out how far something is, we'll try this in class. And you looked at the map and the little legend, you know how the maps have these little legends? And let's say the little legend, gave us this. It told us that, or the key, whatever you want to call it. It says that 1 inch is 52 miles. Then you looked at a couple of cities that you want to go to and you noticed that they were 2.25 inches apart. This would be a really good problem to set up a proportion. You just have to make sure you set it up right, where if you have your inches on the top and over on the right, you have your inches on the top as well. And then if you want to go solve this, then all you have to do is just cross multiply. So cross multiply, and we would have 117. So maybe showing a little bit more work, you would do this, cross multiply. X equals, and then you have your, take that in a second. Alright, so next one. Well, so answer is 117 miles. Alright, now let's say we do this problem, we want to solve it, so we're going to go ahead and cross multiply. Oops, sorry about that. So I'm going to go ahead and cross multiply. So let me show my work here. So I'm going to have 4x equals, and then 3 times 12, so that would be 36. And so then x would equal 9. And you can check that and see if 9 divided by 3 is the same thing as 12 divided by 4, and that definitely is the same thing. All right, let's do more of an application. Okay, Lisa can do 5 math problems in 12 minutes. At that rate, how long would it take her to finish 35 problems? So she's trying to do her homework and she realizes, oh my gosh, 12 minutes have passed and I've only done 5 math problems and I have a total of 35 to do. So how long is this going to take me? So it's a pretty good problem. So let me kind of write this a little bit darker. So I've got 5 problems. It takes 12 minutes, or she does actually. And then she wants to see how long it will take to do 35 problems in X minutes. Well, a good way to do this is to cross multiply. So we have 5x equals, and then whatever 35 times 12 is. Ay caramba, what's 35 times 12? So 35 times 12, real quick here. Is that 420? Okay, so let's say that's 420. And so then we solve for x, we're going to have to divide by 5. So divide by 5, that goes in there, how many times? 8. Let's see. 5 goes in 420. Goes in there 8 times 40 is 20. Okay, so that's 84. So 84 minutes. That's how long it's going to take her to finish those problems if she keeps working at that exact same rate. Okay? Alright, next one I want to show you is, and it just takes just a second to save. Oh, I forgot I got all my animation here. So let me just kind of get through that. I'll have to take out the animation. I'll go to solve these now. Alright, so let's try this problem. So we got a minus 8 over 12 equals 15 over 3. And I'm going to go ahead and solve it. So I'm going to cross multiply. That's going to be our good strategy. So we got 3, and then we'll write a minus 8. And then we'll take the 12 times the 15. So let's just kind of do that off this side as well. So we got 1, so 5, 1, put that 180. Okay, so 180. So this is 180. And then we're going to have to use the distributive property. At least that's one way to do it. We could actually divide both sides by 3 first if you want. So we wouldn't have to use the distributive property. Which would you rather do? I guess I'll just distribute because we've been doing that quite a bit. So I'll just distribute. So I did. And now I'm going to add 24. So I've got 3a equals, let's see, that'd be 204, right? So then we got a equals, we're going to have to divide by 3. So whatever that is, hopefully that goes in there evenly. Tell me it does. So let's try that. 3 into 204. That goes in 6 times. 68. Okay. So a equals a nice even 68. Okay. So that's a good problem. Let's see if I got another good one here. Alright, okay, let me get through my little animation. So these get a little bit better. It's kind of a good little trial one. Ooh, that's ugly. Alright, so last one. This is me now, okay? I do this a lot. Let's say I grade 10 quizzes in 25 minutes. At that rate, how long will it take me to grade 96 quizzes? So this is back when I had 3 of the same class, which was nice. I had 3 Algebra 1, 2s. Now I have all different classes. So let's say I set this up. So I got 10 quizzes on the top here, and then 25 minutes on the bottom, and then I'm wondering how long it'll take to do 96 quizzes. So where should I put the quizzes? The 96 quizzes. Okay, put it on the top, so it works out. And then I don't know how many minutes, so I'm going to say X minutes. Alright, so now we're going to cross multiply. So we cross multiply. So we got 10x, and I could put the units in there too. I really should. Quizzes minutes. Quizzes minutes is what the units will be. I'm going to leave them out for 1 second here though. So then off to the side, I need to figure out what in the world is 96 times 25. So of course you can put your calculator on, that'll be fine. So 480, that'll be 12, 1, so 18. Okay. So let's see, 14. 2400. Okay, so 2400, and then I'm going to divide by 10. So if I divide by 10, I'm getting rid of the 0 there. So that would be 240 minutes, and that's about right. So 240 minutes, which of course is 4 hours. So gives you an idea how long it takes to grade. So I think that might be it. Let me just make sure. I'll have another good example. I'll at least give you a sample of how to solve. Yeah, I think we're good. Okay.